live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. You know what it is. Highly unlikely. My name's Raj Drew. I gotta shut off my laptop. I'm here with my boy Raj, who's dying.
What up?
And we are going. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Just watching this LaMelo versus Steph here.
Yeah, we were just talking, saying that the Warriors look unbelievable so far this season.
Yeah, not bad. It's it's still early, but they look so far so good.
Back on that
Decent
Steph Curry
anyways.
nut train.
Hey?
So back on the Steph Curry nut train.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir. Speaking of nut trains,
Good segue there.
always. I've repeatedly sucked Elon Dick's taint, nuts, all of the above on this show.
Say this again?
I have repeatedly blown Elon Musk on this show.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Speaking very, very highly how much I love the guy. He
Right.
continues to give me reasons to blow him. You see his whole blow-up thing with the UN?
No.
Okay, so UN, I'm going to read their tweet so I don't get it wrong. So the director of the UN Food Scarcity Organization, so
Okay.
the United Nations Food Scarcity Organization, tweets out and says 2% of Elon Musk's wealth could solve world hunger. We need things to change. Basically along those lines, right? That number works out to $6 billion. Elon then texts them back and says, tweets them back and says, if you can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. He then follows it up and says, but it must be open source accounting so the public sees precisely how the money is spent. They have been dead silent.
Of course. We should do this with the Red Cross, too, by the way.
Bro, I think this is the most funny fucking... Because he 100% would do it. 100% he would do it.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I mean, even if he doesn't want to and he says it, he's still going to look good.
No, he just knows that they're corrupt fucks.
Like, he's
And
like,
they just
no
wanna line
way
their
am I
pockets.
spending $6 billion of my money, but I'll say I will, and everyone's going to love me for it.
No, he just knows that they can't do the math. They can't prove that it'll work because it's bullshit. And so either way, it's win-win.
Whatever, it's not his responsibility anyways.
No, but I fucking love Elon for this shit, bro. He's, I think, the most lovable billionaire of all time.
I'll get him to do you a cameo. How about that, bro? That'll make you feel
Bro,
better.
that'd be nuts.
Yeah. You can just jerk off to it.
Buddy, that's going to run you a cool 5 bands.
I wonder what he charges. He probably just laughs at that shit. He probably doesn't even do it, but
No, there's not a chance. I feel like if you're on Cameo, you are struggling.
a lot of people do that shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. Like, whatever. What do these guys... Some of these guys charge probably, what, $1,000?
Bro, you get Callan for like $100.
Okay, yeah, but, like, what are, like, the top dudes? Do you know?
Let's Google it right now. I feel like if you're on Cameo, your career is either declining or you're not doing too well.
Yeah, I need to know who's on Cameo. I guess then it would tell you, right? But,
Like, I don't think top dudes are on Cameo.
yeah, like... Pretty sure Drake's not on Cameo.
Who do we got? Okay, we got Joe Montana. We got Vince Carter. We got... I don't even know who half these people are.
Is that because they're black?
No, not even that. Like, I don't even know. Joe Gatto, Kenny G. She is a saxophonist.
Kenny G, yeah, legend, bro.
Oh, it's a he. That's not even a she.
Yeah, it is. It's a he.
Oh, my bad.
Legend.
You got people from The Office, Game
Not
of
really,
Thrones. That's so random. Okay. Here we go. We got actors.
I know Giuliani's on there.
Zach Gilford.
I'll send you one from him. I'll liquor it up, bro.
Zach Gilford.
I don't know who that
Friday
is.
Night Lights. Okay. No, Frankie Muntz. I know who that is. $125. Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. He's $100.
Yeah, it's all deadbeats, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's all dead beats.
The novelty, whatever.
Okay. Pat Connaughton from the Milwaukee
Oh,
Bucks.
Pat Connaughton, yeah.
Yeah, he's $125. Aaron Jones is on there, $276. LeVar Ball, you can get LeVar Ball for $165, bro.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Brett the Hitman Hart, run you cool 185. This is what I'm saying, dude.
Bret Hart, man, pretty dope. But yeah, I still wouldn't want
It's
one
all
from
dead
anyone,
beats,
but
bro.
Whatever, yeah, it's pretty deadbeat, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But what are you gonna do?
And they show the rates on there, obviously.
Yeah, Tommy Chong, $185.
But they're all like under $2.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that's expensive.
Yeah, pretty weak.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, not going good for him. But yeah, I think, like I said, Elon is the most lovable billionaire of all time.
Sure, for whatever that's worth.
But what do you mean what it's worth? I think most billionaires are
What the fuck does that
hated.
even mean? Like,
We like hate everyone who's rich on this show.
no, I don't hate everyone who's rich.
Bro,
No,
we've
no, no.
talked so much smack about people who are rich.
Yeah, I'll talk a lot of shit, but it doesn't mean I hate somebody.
But that's what I mean when I say that.
Like, I don't hate Bill Gates.
When have we ever talked shit about Elon?
Okay, yeah. So, but there you go. You're just backing me up. We don't really talk shit about a lot of billionaires, do we?
Oh, dude, all the time. But what I'm saying is, I feel like it's if you're a billionaire, it just comes with the territory that you're just hated by most people.
Well, for sure. Everyone wants to be them. It's it's a rare thing, man. Definitely. It's like being an NBA player. It's like so rare. There's only 500 of you in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, for sure. Haters gonna hate, man. No matter what, fuck them.
Yeah. You get up to anything this weekend?
No. I had to cancel on the Halloween party because my fucking back. Right?
Yeah, I know you've been fucked up.
Yeah, that was dope. And
you just dress up here by yourself?
that's it, man.
Do a little bit of role playing?
That's what I did. Yeah. Dressed up and what was the fights were on during the day?
Yeah, at
Was
11.
what was on at nighttime? Was there anything on? I can't even remember, bro. That's pretty sad. But anyways, that was it. Just chill, man. My back's been fucked ever since.
Sounds lit, dude.
Oh yeah, pretty dope. Can barely walk. It's good times.
Remind me what it is again.
It's my disc that's fucked.
Is there anything you can do about it?
Well, I've done the surgery. I've done like physio. Usually chiro keeps me in line, but fuck, man, it's just not right now. I used to be like this all the time.
Yeah.
Chiro totally helped me, so I don't know. Hopefully, it gets right soon.
Hopefully, it doesn't sound very hopeful though. Unfortunately. Speaking of the fights, you obviously watched them all live.
Yeah.
You want to go through them?
Yeah, for sure.
So we can start with Hamzat. Absolutely embarrassing jingling.
Fuck yeah. So he comes back after 13 months off. He had the COVID issue, and I guess he had pretty bad recovery from it.
He was in the hospital. He was contemplating retirement, the whole bit.
So, so he comes back and fuck. The way he went to the ring there, just like kind of running, smacking everyone's hand, I just find him so refreshing. Where everyone's like a stone cold killer. Yeah,
you would find the guy who screams Allah Akbar refreshing. You're like, yeah, that's my type of fighter, dog.
No, but everyone's so like hardcore and whatever, and I get it, you're all fighters, but this guy's just like laughing, joking. It's just like a breath of fresh air almost. I like it.
He genuinely seems like he has fun the whole time.
For sure. And the fact that he's just destroying everybody.
I also saw a stat where in his last 4 fights, he's absorbed 4 punches. 4.
It's actually less than that.
There's no way it's less than that.
So in his 4 bouts in significant strikes, it's 112-1. And total strikes is 254-2.
That's so fucked.
So
he is fighting some of the best athletes in the world. You know how hard it is to get to the UFC?
So by comparison, Conor and Khabib through 4 fights absorbed 54.
Mm-hmm.
And Izzy 111.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty ridiculous, man. And now obviously everyone wants to call him out. Neil Magny called him out.
You're getting mauled.
So I don't know, but like,
who in that division beats him?
Fuck, I don't know, man. This guy's so hot right now, dude. Who, I think it was Diaz that he's trying to do a fight with next. Isn't that what Dana said?
Yeah, because it's his last, Diaz's last fight on his contract. If I remember that correctly. And so
I think he destroys Diaz.
Dude, I think he runs through just about everybody in the UFC, in his weight class. What is he? He's welterweight. I'm just pulling up the rankings right now. Apart from, like, the top guys, you're kind of fucked. So, like, going from the top down, it's Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, Gilbert Burns. Then after that, I think he runs through all these guys.
I wouldn't mind seeing Burns, bro.
Yep. I think he runs through Leon Edwards. I think he beats up Vicente Luque. And I think Thompson, Chiesa,
actually,
Masvidal, Magny. I don't think they can hang with his wrestling.
I think it should go Luque, and then if he wins that, Burns. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Or
that Luque fight will I think it would be dope. I think both those fights would be dope.
Yeah.
I think Luque first and then Burns.
I was listening to Schaub's Below the Belt podcast before, and apparently there's rumblings of Neil Magny, which I like.
Magny called him out.
Yeah, which I like for Hamza, because it's like, okay, slow down a little bit, just get one more fight under you, because then once you get to Luque, that's it. You're fighting top 5 guys for the rest of your life, basically, if you keep on this track. So, like, get one more fight under your belt. You'll probably be, like, the main event of a fight night, or even co-main of a bigger event, and then away you go. But either way, like, apart from those top 3 guys, I don't know who's touching them, man. You're right, though. Gilbert Burns would be a sick fight. Sick fight.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be. I think that Luque fight would be. Luque's a fucking animal, too, so...
Chiesa's good on the ground, too.
Sorry?
Chiesa's good on the ground, too. But still, dude, you're getting Khabib'd.
You know, and, like, that's, like, the way he came in, too, took, like, all those fights super quick. Like, this guy's not even getting hit. Like, it's pretty nutty. His story is pretty dope, man.
Yeah, he's on one of the craziest runs we've had in a little while.
For sure.
Speaking of crazy runs, Islam Makhachev absolutely fucking demolished Dan Hooker.
Who's gonna fuck with this guy is what I want to know.
Dude, and that's the thing, man. Like, with at least with Hamzat, I'm like, okay, like, Usman, Colby, Burns, those 3 guys could all give him real problems. Dude, I think Makhachev beats everyone in lightweight.
His ground game is
everyone,
fucking
dude.
So disgusting.
Like, okay, so he's ranked 5 now. Above him is Michael Chandler, Benel Dariush, Gaethje, Poirier, Charles Oliveira.
2 of those guys are going this weekend.
Yep.
Chandler, Gaethje.
And, like, but I think he runs through all of them. He's such a monster, dude. Like, Dan Hooker goes. Dan Hooker is a dog, and he ran through him, man.
Yeah, it was like...
Oh.
It was like nothing, man. He had him like twisted, bro, like in a pretzel, man. Like, and like he even said having Khabib in the corner is like a cheat code. And like, so 21-1 as a professional, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if he said that. Did you just say that? And he said afterward that he wants a title fight.
Yep.
And it's like almost. So, does he get the winner of Poirier Oliveira?
I could see it.
It's almost hard to argue against it, right? Like I wouldn't be mad at it if that was the fight, right?
I could also see the winner of Gaethje Chandler, just because both those guys came off a loss before, and then so the winner of that then gets Islam. I could see that.
Now Hooker stepped in short notice for RDA, right?
Yep.
Fuck. Now he's lost 3 of his last 4.
Yeah, he's in a tough
spot. And I'm
now.
a huge Hooker fan.
So am I.
Like his war with Felder and then Poirier, fuck. You know, bro, like, right there, you got me, man. I'm a fan for life, man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Shitty record in the last 4, but, like, I'm always here to see one of his fights.
I think he's one of those guys that's kind of just like on the outside, always looking in. You know what I mean? Where I don't want to say the word gatekeeper, but kind of. He's just on the outside of the top 5.
Looking like that. Right?
Yeah, right. You know just on the outside of the top 5. Can't compete with the top guys, but is right there. Which sucks to be that. But if you keep putting on performances and like he has and taking fights when the UFC needs him to, like they're going to show him love. Similar to how Cowboy
stepping
operates,
on a short
right?
notice, yeah. Dana White loves that shit. So,
big time.
Yeah, for sure. He won't hold it against him like he would maybe somebody else who's like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Had a full camp and preparing
100%.
for it.
So either way though, I don't know who's touching Makhachev, and apart from the top guys, I don't know who's touching Hamzat. Next fight on that card was Petr Yan versus Corey Sandhagen.
Fuck this fight, man.
Fuck, dude, that was a good
fight of the night.
Yeah, it was such a technical stand-up fight. Like, it was so much fun to watch that whole fight. I think the biggest thing to take away from is that, like, people have been saying, oh, Corey took it on short notice, give him a longer fight camp. But, again, I was listening to Schaub's thing, and Corey trains out of Schaub's old gym, so he's super close with all those guys. He's trained with Corey. Like, Corey came into the gym when Corey was like 12 years old, 13, when Schaub was training. So he's known Corey since he was a kid, really close with him.
Yeah.
And Corey, when the Petr Yan Aljo fight got announced, the next day or two, Corey told Schaub that he said, I think Aljo's going to drop. I called Dana, and I'm going to do a full fight camp for this, like Aljo's going to drop. And so Corey had a full camp. Like, this is the best Corey you're going to get. And Jan just straight up beat him.
Well, Corey came out in the first round looking really good.
But it's the same.
A lot of volume.
100%.
I mean?
100%.
A lot of pressure. And it's just like, this is... And to Peter, too, he's always a notorious slow starter.
Yeah, exactly.
And this just played exactly like that. Like, he came on stronger as the fight went on. Rocked him late in the third.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a good job of some of Sandhagen's takedown attempts. I think gave up one level change in round 4.
Yep.
But Jan, I'm a big fan of him. I picked him over Sterling when they fought. Like, this guy, his boxing, super technical. I think he destroys Aljamain when they
I don't think it's close.
Again, you know what I mean?
I don't think they fight. I think we'll get Jan versus TJ. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, Dana was pretty much calling him the champ after,
yeah.
Not even interim. Like, he was just straight out, he's the champ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's 8-1 now in the UFC. Sandhagen dropped his second straight. And shout out to the Russians. We got Pyotr, Makachev, Volkov, Ankalev, Chimaev. I know he's by way of Sweden, I think.
Yeah.
Trains out of Russia. So, like, yo, Russians really running shit there,
dude, big
bro.
time.
You know?
Big
hey, here's
time.
my question. So, I know Chimaev, he's the only one that I know that has gone to Russia and trained there. Like, how come, like, other North American guys, like, they'll go to Thailand, and I don't hear of many people going to Russia, though.
No.
Or is that wrong? Do people go to Russia? Like, I don't really hear much of guys going to Russia and training with these guys.
Well, I mean, even you look at Khabib. Khabib trains out of AKA, or he did, right, with Daniel Cormier in that team. Islam was in that camp as well. I think it's a lot of these guys.
Ivan Drago shit going back to Russia, son.
Yeah, I don't think anyone goes back to Russia. I think they all grow up wrestling, and because it's so ingrained in the culture, the Dagestani culture, where most of these guys are from, and then when they come to the United States or Europe or wherever it is and get into one of these top camps, then you're getting against like elite guys, and that's where you get rounded out striking wise and other things like.
All these guys train out of the same gym? They have to.
A lot of them do.
Like a motherfucker like that, right?
Yeah, a lot of them do. I know Islam specifically basically like came up and grew up with Khabib. They're basically like brothers. I don't really know about Hamzat, where he came from, but
did you see the meme of Khabib in the corner and Makachev was on top of Hooker, and there was like remote control, like a joystick. And hand, like he was controlling shit.
Dude.
Just like fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Russians are really on some shit now, bro.
Big time. I think the person I feel bad for this, obviously because he lost, is Corey. But like, you could just see it on his face. Like, he gave everything. He was winning the first round, was really competitive in round 2 and even in round 5. And he straight up just got beat.
What was it, like 49-46 on all the cards?
Yeah, and I think it's really hard as a fighter to be like, yo, this guy is just straight up better than I am. And that's what Pyotr did. Pyotr showed him, like, yo, I'm straight up better than you. And to your point...
Oh, for sure he is, yeah.
Yeah, and to your point about him being a slow starter, you look at the 3 fights ago when he fought Aldo, it was the same thing. Aldo was super competitive and even won round 1 of their fight, then downloaded data and just started beating him up. Same thing with Aljo. Aljo came out super hot and won round 1, and then he started piecing him up. And same thing with this. Corey came out hot, won round 1, and Pyotr just downloaded, took shots, and just picked him apart. Like, he's such a technician.
Yeah, Pyotr is a G for sure.
I don't see who beats him. Yo, also his kid is swagged the fuck out, dude. Swagged out, bro.
Fuck yeah.
The all-white drip? Yeah, it was sick.
That was fucking funny, bro. Yeah, no, real talk.
Also, his wife is a smoke show, dude.
I seen her there. I just can't remember what she looks like.
Yeah, she's a smoke. But also, like, if you're from Russia and you're knocking fuckers out, champ the UFC, you're gonna have a smoke show wife. Main event.
Has like 5 smoke show wives.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, man.
Main event: Jan Blachowicz.
Blachowicz.
I always get that wrong. Versus Glover Teixeira.
Fuck me, man. Glover done did it.
42 years old, bro. Like,
19-year career, dog.
It's crazy. Did you see that photo of him with like Dana with hair from back in the day when the UFC first started?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
So funny, bro.
Maybe I didn't. But he was saying even to Dana, he was talking about shit back in the day, saying how he was telling Dana how he would do it.
Yeah, I'll be champ. It's been 20 years.
You almost can't write a better story, though.
No.
Like, obviously everyone knew this was it for Glover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knew it was it for him too. And you know, ends up flattening him out rear naked. Initial view, it didn't look like he was really all the way under.
No.
But Jan afterwards said he was. Mm-hmm. I didn't rewatch it.
Dude, Jan tapped so quick.
I thought so too.
So like, he had it like ready to go almost.
Like, I'm not in that position, but like I thought, I thought it wasn't fully under, and B, I thought, wow, super quick tap. Now, again, I'm never doubting anyone. I'm not in the ring like that, or the octagon. Sorry. So, like I said, I didn't rewatch it, and I know they even asked him, and he's like, yeah, it was fully in. So if it was, it was. I thought the same thing.
I think, and I want to give full disclosure. This is coming from someone who now really doesn't train that much jiu-jitsu, is a complete white belt. The entire first round, if you watch it, Glover has either his forearm or his head on the chin of Blachowicz, and he is tripoded up, and he's driving his head and forearm. And I've been at the bottom of that, and it fucking sucks. Because you're getting, Glover's a big fucker. He's 250 pounds, and he's pushing, so you're probably getting 400 pounds of weight either on a forearm or the top of the head going right into your chin. And then at the end of the round, he had him up close and was crunching him in when the bell rang. And you could tell that, like, Blachowicz was panicking a little bit. Like, he did not have fun. So I'm guessing that Glover probably did a bit of damage, or at least hurt Jan's neck to the point where he was just ready to tap, and he just was fucked.
Right.
'Cause that sucks when that happens, man.
Now, he became the oldest fighter in the UFC to win for the first time, a title for the first time, the second oldest behind Randy Couture.
Yep.
Now, I don't want to be rain on his parade, but I think he's gonna be a one and done champ.
Okay, dude, I had the exact same note. I think it's over. I
hate that.
It sucks.
I hate to say that. Enjoy
sucks.
this, dude.
Yeah.
Is all I'm gonna say.
I'm telling you right now, dude. Yuri
record everything so you can watch this shit with your kids. But I don't know, man. But I didn't think he was gonna win this fight, so maybe he's gonna prove me wrong.
I think Yuri, who is number 2 right now, he's gonna move up.
What's that guy's name?
Yuri Prochazka.
Yeah, something.
Dude, I think he's
got that mad, crazy fucking.
Dude, he's so sick, bro. And so
he should be like a character in Street Fighter.
Yeah, he's like a Viking, basically. Yeah.
But yeah, no.
But Yuri,
is that the next play for sure? Is that what's going 100%.
On? And then but the thing with Yuri is that he was offered a UFC contract 5 years ago. And he said no. He said, I need to make sure that I'm ready to go so that when I get to the UFC, I basically think I can contend for the belt. And he's shown it because he's absolutely ran through the light heavyweight division on his way to the top. And so I think he's going to take the belt from Glover. It sucks, but I think it is what it is.
He has won 6 straight fights, I believe, now.
Yeah, let me just pull it up right here.
Yeah, he had a decision loss to Corey Anderson in July 2018, and I think he's won since then.
And you got to give shout out to Corey. Corey's probably a top 3 light heavyweight in the world. So there's no real shame in losing that decision.
Yeah,
it was close.
I know Santos he beat
Dominic Reyes,
Anthony Smith.
He beat Ozdemir. He's beat a bunch of really good guys, man.
So yeah, but that's movie, Hollywood movie type shit, man.
Yeah,
real
100%.
talk. You know what I mean? It's the year of the old guys, like Brady, Glover.
Yep.
Who else here? I don't know. I guess Aaron's old. Aaron COVID Rogers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So, okay, quickly to talk about that.
Yeah, let's do it. I think he's a fucking idiot.
He lied about the status.
Yeah, he straight up lied. He's a fucking idiot.
And they pulled up the interview.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm immunized.
Yeah.
Didn't say he was vaccinated.
Mm-mm.
Do you watch Seinfeld? Do you know who Tor Ekman is?
No.
Okay. For anyone who watches Seinfeld, this guy's a Tor Ekman. He's the holistic guy. George had to go to the hospital because he went to see this guy first. Anyways.
Okay. Natural path?
Total Tor Ekman over here. Fucking idiot. And here's another thing. Coincidence that all these guys went to Halloween parties. Now everyone has COVID. Your Giants, everyone has COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Kind of sucks.
Do you think the league... Do you think he gets in trouble with the league?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
he's on that Evander Kane bullshit. You know who Evander Kane is?
Yeah.
The hockey player?
Yeah.
He lied about his shit too.
Yeah.
That guy's been lying about. He's in a whole heap of other shit.
Yeah, I don't...
we
haven't even talked about the Blackhawks.
Shout out Evander Kane.
But yeah, I think the league's gonna really come down hard on him. And
oh fuck yeah.
To be really honest with you, man, it could fuck the Packers season if he's out for like 3-4 weeks.
Yo, he's been walking around with no mask on, doing all these interviews.
All the pressers, not following protocol, like it's just a slap in the face to the league.
So, but as a league, are you just taking these guys' words? Like, how does a league not like
follow up on records?
Yeah, we have a vaccine. We all have a vaccine passport. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So
does the league not look at that, or they're just taking the word and saying, "Oh, he is"? I don't know, but you fucked up the Chiefs game this Sunday. Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Super looking forward to that game, man. Now it's like Jordan Love against Pat Mahomes. I guess Pat Mahomes is kind of playing like Jordan Love anyway.
I was gonna say you finally get to see at least if
goddamn,
if Jordan Love can actually play. But still, this could fuck the Packers, not their season, but like their this could fuck their chance to get the 1 seed, which is a big deal, man. Because the NFC is stacked right now, bro.
See how bad he has the symptoms. Because like if he was vaccinated, he'd be fine. Like Saquon's vaccinated, he might be able to play.
Yeah.
And like no symptoms and whatever, right? That's the whole reason why you get it. So maybe, I mean, hopefully he doesn't have a bad bout of it of COVID. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. And like Cam never looked the same after COVID. You know, he just still wish that's not him. Even though he's in my division, and I kind of wouldn't mind, but whatever. Anyways, I mean, I know he and I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh, yo, everyone went to a Halloween party, and now you see all these COVID positives. Gonna happen, man. You know, so
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just want to finish up on fights, just because we touched on it, but we got another big card coming up this weekend. I fucking love this whole back-to-back thing, dude.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Fired me up, bro. I didn't realize it, and then I texted you on Friday. I'm like, yo, there's back-to-back fucking fight cards. Like, pumped. Obviously, there's kind of 3 fights on the card that we actually give a shit about. First one is Gaethje Chandler. How do you see it going?
Well, Gaethje is one of my favorite fighters, so I'm a ride with him. I think it's gonna be a decision, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would bet like a good amount of money that it's not gonna be a decision either way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off the rails here. I'm just thinking something different's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna be like a. Yeah, I'm gonna say Gaethje decision.
Yeah, I have the exact opposite opinion. I think it's like both these guys are super explosive. Both have knockout power. Both hit and get hit.
So, I know. Yeah,
so I think this is a total coin toss, and it's just whoever lands the shot. I for some reason, like I've bet against Chandler a bunch of times, and every time I've been proven wrong. So I'm a ride with Chandler, but like I have no faith in it, man. It could go either way very easily.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this. So Gaethje is 4th all time in strikes landed per minute. His leg kicks are just legendary.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that's gonna be a factor.
Mm-hmm.
But like I always kind of slough off Chandler, and he's proven me wrong, like you said, right? You know what I mean? So the guy's tough as fuck, bro.
Dude, he's a machine.
Yeah, this very well could be the fight of the night.
Yeah. Oh, very easily.
You know. Yeah, I'm banking on this being probably the most exciting fight, I think, man.
I think so too.
And like I said, Gaethje's just one of my favorites, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking great, man.
Next fight, Rose versus Weili Zhang. I think this is really similar in the sense that, like, for me, this is a coin toss. I think could go either way. I'm a ride with Rose. I'm always gonna ride with Rose. I fucking love Rose.
I love Rose too.
I love Rose. How can you not?
Thug Rose.
Yeah, she's fucking adorable. But Weili Zhang's such a monster, and like, let's be honest, like Rose obviously clearly knocked her out, but like you get caught sometimes. Like shit happens. You're doing professional cage fighting. Like everybody can get caught.
I hated how she was like afterwards saying she wasn't knocked out. And it was
it didn't happen. Early stoppage. Yo, shut up.
It was justified.
You got head kicked.
Yeah, it totally was justified. So. Rose has 5 finishes. That's 1st all time among the women in her division. Mm-hmm. You got to think. This is. I don't think it's this as quick.
No, I think this is a 4 or 5 round slugfest.
Yeah,
I think it's a fucking
be
war.
That too. Yeah. I think fatigue. Just you know how when you're sometimes you get knocked out because you're just so fucking tired.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be one of those for Weili.
Yeah.
Just like. Yeah, I think Rose just has a bit more in the tank endurance-wise and wins it that way. TKO.
And I think part of this is Weili's obviously like got head kicked, lost her belt, kind of made a bit of an ass of herself afterwards. So like she's going to be, I think, a little cautious going into the first 2 rounds even. And like you said, I agree that I think Rose is better cardio. So I'm talking myself into this, but it's still a coin flip, man. Like I think Rose pulls it out late, but like it's going to be a war.
Wei Li allowed back in China if she loses this fight, man?
Definitely not.
Might not
you
let
lose
her
twice,
back
bro.
in,
Never
man.
back
They're
in.
like,
Yeah.
nah, we don't fuck with you no more.
No shit. Main event, fucking pumped for this. Colby versus Usman. I love Colby fights because there is no other fighter on the UFC roster, apart from maybe Conor, who like genuinely generates hate
Like
from his
shit.
opponents.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
People hate
Yeah,
Colby.
that's his shtick, right? That he knows,
Yeah.
right? He leans into it.
Dude,
for
I
sure,
fucking
right?
love it. I think it makes fights so
He should
interesting.
he should be a WWE guy after this.
He's talked about it. He for sure should be.
And like real talk, he's gonna lose this, and so he might be WWE sooner than we all
Yeah,
think.
I think Usman. I think he gets it done probably third or fourth. Probably fourth because Colby's got a crazy gas tank, man.
Oh,
He's a
100%.
monster.
Like, so Usman 14-fight win streak. That's second all time. And Colby's 61 takedowns. That's tied for second in the welterweight all time.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's Usman's takedown defense going to be?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a decided advantage, I think, in the strikes.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, the key to Colby's game is the gas tank, and like,
Mm-hmm.
even though the last, like he was almost won, like their last fight, he was so like tired and got knocked out.
was the
Like,
same
he was
thing.
almost like that. Like
It was 4 rounds,
surprised
back,
to see
back, forth, and he just
his
got
tank
clipped.
like get emptied.
Mm-hmm.
First time I've ever seen that. You know what I mean? And so yeah, he's definitely got that motor in that tank. But I think Usman's got this.
I think just like the last fight, because a lot of times when you have like 2 guys who are really good at wrestling, they just don't wrestle because it kind of cancels each other out.
Right.
And that's what happened the first fight. And I think it's going to be the exact same thing. But like you said, Usman has an advantage on the feet. And I think he's grown. Obviously, he knocked the fuck out of Jorge Masvidal with a full camp. Like, that's so impressive, man. Like, clean knocked his ass out. So, like, I think Kamaru just first 2 rounds really close. I think he pulls away in the third, finishes him either late 4th, early 5th. But I think it's going to be a sick fight.
I think
way.
Colby puts the mad pressure on him pace wise.
You think so?
In the beginning, yeah. I think he really pushes the pace. But yeah, I think Usman TKO late.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm fucking stacked for this card, man.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. And then we got the Canelo fight too.
Yes, that's the other thing.
So it's pretty dope fight weekend. That's for sure.
What are the odds for Canelo's fight? You know?
I'm not sure, bro.
Because he's fighting Caleb Plant, right?
Yeah, Caleb Plant. Yeah.
Odds versus Plant. Because Caleb Plant's a motherfucker.
What's Gervonta Davis's opponent? Fuck, I can't remember his name right now. Had to pull out because he's accused of sexual assault.
Really?
Like, doesn't look good for Buddy.
Dude, okay, guess the odds for... Guess how much of a favorite Canelo is.
Plus 500?
Bro, Canelo is a minus 1,100
Oh, sorry,
favorite.
minus 1,100?
1,100. Caleb Plant is a plus 675. That's fucking disrespectful, dude. Like, Caleb Plant's
Caleb's gonna get knocked out.
out.
Have you seen what Canelo looks like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as much as I'm like, yo, what's gonna happen? He's gonna get knocked out. It's just a matter of how fast.
Canelo fucking. I don't think I've ever seen him look this good, and I think I said his last fight, and it seems like Canelo really does not like him too. So, like, there's gonna be some bad attention. I think Canelo does lock him out though, but I think it's gonna be super entertaining.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. I mean, this is apart from heavyweight, obviously. Like, Canelo's my favorite boxer to watch. He's so fucking good, man. He's just the only guy who has like legit knockout power, as well as the like technical prowess. You know what I mean? He's just a complete package all the way around. And then fun thing about him is like he's not like a lot of smaller guys kind of point box, where it's a lot of defense, racking up points, winning rounds. Canelo's hunting for KOs. Canelo is trying to finish the fight, and it's sick to watch, man.
Yeah, it's doesn't seem to be much competition for this guy though.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? But whatever. I'm here for every Canelo fight though. Definitely.
You want to talk a little bit of NFL?
Yeah.
And my new favorite player, the MVP of the week, my boy Cooper Rush. Let's fucking go. Let's go Cowboys.
I don't know if I want to start with it or end with it.
No, we're starting with this shit, bro.
All right, put the kids away because there's going to be some fucking F-bombs flying.
Okay, go off, bro. How you going to get mauled by a backup?
First of all, I no longer will refer to my team as the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
They are now known as the Mediocre Vikings.
Very fitting.
And the name could be getting worse as we go on. But so this is a classic Vikings game. We'll play every single team within one score. The good Arizona 7-1, we'll play them one score. Cincinnati 5-2, we'll play them one score. Oh, but also Detroit Lions will play you one score.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina Panthers play you one score overtime. We did the overtime walk-off.
I've never seen a team play to the level of their opponents, up or down, like you guys do.
Every team, one score. So, like you said, decided to sit Dak, which I was surprised. I saw his warm-up, but he looked ready to go. And even like on Monday, they're like, he's good to go for the next game. But whatever, I don't blame him for sitting him with everything going on with his ankle. And
yeah, you guys are Super Bowl favorites. Protect your boy, for sure.
Oh, 100%. So, Warren Sharp tweets out, second highest paid quarterback in the NFL against the 60th highest paid quarterback. I'm like, dope, this is going to go really good. Cooper Rush, for everyone that doesn't know, drafted in 2017, has only thrown 3 passes in the NFL, completed one of them. Okay? So, this is a fuck up on so many levels here. The coaches, the quarterback, the whole philosophy, like. So, we had a situation in the game. So, Vikings lead for 59 minutes and fucking lose. Mm-hmm. Love that, bro. We had a situation at the end of the first half where 20-ish or so seconds ran off the clock and nobody's calling a timeout. I'm yelling at the TV, call a timeout. They asked Kirk Cousins after the game, yo, why didn't you call a timeout? And he's like, oh, I just let Zim handle the timeouts. Because, like, I guess the coaches do handle the timeouts.
Yeah.
Okay, they do. He's like, I never know what the coaches are thinking, so I let them handle it. Okay, fine. You make fucking $40 million. Everyone in the goddamn world knows to call a fucking timeout. Call the fucking timeout. Mm-hmm. Right? So, this is his passive fucking bullshit. That mentality, it carries over to his play, and I'll explain it in a little bit here. We have the play coming out of halftime with Dallas. It was 10-3 Vikings at the half. I think 10-3 Vikings at the half.
I didn't watch the game, so I have no idea.
Dallas comes out, boom, hit Cedric Wilson on that 73-yarder. Made Harrison Smith look like a fucking high school player, twisting him in and out. That's how I would look on the NFL field if I was trying to tackle a fucking receiver. That's how I would look. Fucking brutal. This guy's a Pro Bowler too. So we only answer with a field goal later. Very pedestrian, vanilla play calling.
Yep.
You know. They've started multiple games with a touchdown on the first drive like they did this game. Mm-hmm. But it's all fucking false hope, right? Mm-hmm. It's downhill from there. They disappear for long stretches. They had three straight 3-and-outs in the second half, and I don't fucking get it. We have Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, like we have Dalvin Cook.
You guys have weapons on offense.
And this motherfucker is throwing to goddamn fullback CJ Ham. You know, how the fuck do you target CJ Ham more than Justin fucking Jefferson, bro? Mm-hmm. And the average pass from Cousin traveled 4.5 yards from line of scrimmage. Cooper Rush, double that. We have 3rd and 10, motherfuckers throwing 6 yards. Mm-hmm. We have fucking 3rd and 4, you're throwing 2 yards to the fucking fullback. We had 1 or 13 on 3rd downs. The only conversion coming on the opening drive, which we scored a touchdown.
This is the thing that, like, I've always said, and it's, like, the reason I've always... Obviously, you're a fan, so I'm going to Jones Kirk Cousins either way, but not understanding situational football and where you are at in the game and understanding what you need to accomplish on each play based on the situation. It seems like he's unable to process what's going on. He's either just clueless or just refuses to actually to put in the time to actually learn.
He's not aggressive at all. He's just like so... And like you just not calling the timeout. That's your personality. It's just spilling on the football field.
But this is both Kirk Cousins and Zimmer.
Oh, it's like not even Zimmer. It's Clint Kubiak. And I'll get to him in a second. So after the first drive, Cousins had 8 third down throws. Didn't pass beyond the sticks one time. Not once, man. Like, what the fuck? You missed Jefferson in the early going on a double move on Trayvon. Former Cowboy Xavier Woods had a great game on our defense. He was about the only one. On that last drive of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You had that Amari Cooper catch where Rashad Breeland hits him right in the fucking chest, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hits him in the chest, hits him in the hand. Right to Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Should have been a pick. The target separation was only 0.7 yards, bro.
You still brought it down.
Probability completion was 35%. Motherfucking grabs it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cooper Rush on yards 20 plus or throws 20 plus yards. He was 3 of 7, buck 35, touchdown and a pick. He played really well.
He did.
Back to Rashad Breeland. You are giving up a passer rating of over 115 on the season. Worst PFF rating since his rookie year. I don't know why this guy's playing. I really don't. I know Patrick Peterson's out. He's no better. We lost Daniil Hunter, who's just been fucking rock solid, like 35 sacks in last 39 games.
Mm-hmm.
Youngest ever to 50 sacks in the NFL. He's gone for the year. You had that fucking play with Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, it was third and 15, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, we call 2 timeouts back to back, which you cannot do. Now, the official rule in the NFL is if you call for a second timeout, the refs are told to ignore the call. Just ignore it, right?
Okay.
If you do blow the whistle, though, this is stupid. It's a 5-yard penalty for delay a game and a loss of another timeout, right? So 3rd and 16 became 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
Okay? Cooper Rush hits Ezekiel Elliott. And he fucking slips right through Anthony Barr. Like, multiple tackles should have had this guy, okay? His first down probability on that run was 3%.
Really?
Motherfucker got a first down.
That's these like advanced stats and metrics that are coming up right now are crazy.
Yeah. And then I'm not sure or not. I didn't rewatch it. On the Cooper touchdown, I think Cooper Rush audible to that. I think it was supposed to be a run play and he audibled. I think. I'm not sure.
That's a ballsy thing, man.
Yeah.
Game-winning drive on the line. Like, there's a lot you haven't played at all. You've only got 3 starts and you're audibling a call at the line. Like,
I think
balls on that.
I could be wrong here, but and if I am, sorry, but I think it was. So on the 2 timeouts on Zimmer said he's like, I screwed up. I forgot I called that one. Like, bro, you've been our coach for 8 years. Okay, we've made the playoff 4 times. Now, I don't know if it's because he only has one good eye. He can only see half the shit on the fucking field. Maybe that's his problem, bro. So, okay, and here's the thing. Vikings get the field goal to go 16-13. Mm-hmm. I tweet out my exact fucking tweet. I fully expect to lose this game. Being a Vikings fan is hard.
Mm-hmm.
And this is with just under 3 minutes left. They just got a field goal. 16-13.
Yeah, of course. Is what it is.
Sure enough, I fucking lost, right?
I'm curious because you had said that you're going to get to the general manager. You're obviously like a lot more balls deep into the Vikings than I am. What has he done wrong?
I don't even know it's the GM. I think Spielman's pretty dope.
Sorry. I thought you meant we're talking about the GM had fucked up a bunch.
The GM is Spielman. The coach is
okay.
But I think the GM... Yeah, look at all the players he's gotten drafted. Like, they got the weapons.
That's
They're
what I
just
was
not
curious
using
about.
them.
I'm like, I see talent.
So, our offensive coordinator, we fucking got rid of his dad who ran the team. And he like, I want someone innovative, you know? Like, you're playing, like, an antiquated offense. It's fucking brutal. Today's NFL is, like, we got motions, we have misdirection. Like, I want creativity, and like, we have the players to do it too. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that we don't. If we didn't have the players, sure. Like, we don't play that kind of ball, but fuck, we got the weapons, man.
Big time.
You know?
So who do you want? Someone out of
college?
We're
tied in the league in sacks coming in this game. We're top 3 third down defense. You wouldn't know it. Cooper Rush ripped us apart. But, like, you know, I think we were 12th MD. Like, we're good enough to be a contender. All of our losses are combined. What was it? Like, fuck, I can't remember. 4 losses combined. I think it was like 15 points or less than
Super
that.
close.
Yeah, maybe even less than that. So, I don't know, man. We fired a coach midseason before, 2010, Brad Childress.
You think it's time for it again?
Yeah, it's time for a change. They're not going to do it. And we got it like a tough fucking goal coming up. We got Baltimore. I know we got Green Bay. Like, we have a tough goal. We have Chargers. But, like, you don't fire him now. Like, I think it comes later. I really do.
Yep, I think so too.
I feel bad for the Will family, the owners.
I don't.
You know,
they can have influence if they want, and then they've seen this mediocrity for the last 8 years through Mike Zimmer.
Mediocre Vikings, bro.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I've been saying for a long time. Obviously, you're tied into that Kirk contract, but if you were saying, like we talked the other day, you can get rid of him next year
until 2023.
Oh shit! So locked in.
Warren Sharp tweeted out too. Cousins thrown 8 of his 23 attempts behind the line of scrimmage, but when he threw past 10 yards, he was 4 or 5, 100 yards, and a touchdown. He's like, not sure what the Vikings are doing. Yeah, me neither, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I'm saying? Dalvin, 18 carries for 78 yards. And everyone wants to bash Cousins in primetime, and his record is pretty brutal.
Dude, it's terrible.
26 games, 70% completion rating, almost 8,000 yards, 48 touchdowns, 20 picks, 100 passer rating. And, like, here's the thing. Like, I talked about us losing close games before. In 3 consecutive games, we had the lead with under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And in 3 consecutive games, our defense is allowed either the go-ahead or the game-tying touchdown, while also allowing successful 2-point conversions on 2 of those drives. So that's awesome.
That's your Vikings for you. I want to get you off this train.
Let me just finish up here.
Yeah.
I'm upset at my cousin. Let me tell you why. This ties back to my cousin. So when I was a kid, motherfucker gave me a Vikings jersey. I was like, oh, This is my team.
Yeah.
Motherfucker should have given me a better jersey, bro. Like, you couldn't give me a fucking jersey to a winning team, bro?
No shit.
Give me a Patriots, Steelers, San Francisco jersy, man. Come on,
Buddy, misery loves company. He gave it to you knowing full well that he wouldn't be alone and hating his fucking team.
So,
do you guys call? You get on the phone and cry after games?
This is rock bottom for me. I should be on intervention. I really should. This is rock bottom for me. I feel like a crackhead on the streets, man. Just lost, nigga.
Just get a secondary team, bro.
So what's the definition of insanity? Watching the same shit over and over and expecting different results?
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Is this not it, man?
I've said for a long time, man, like, I genuinely believe that if you're not in the playoff bubble, you should be rebuilding. Or on your way, like, I feel obviously if you just started rebuilding, obviously it's a bit of a process, takes, 3-4 seasons. But if you are not in that bubble, if you're not a top 10 team in the NFL, you should be looking at cleaning house. And I firmly believe that.
So my girl obviously sees me distraught. She asks me how I'm doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly what you want to hear.
This is how I answer.
Everybody, I come in for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the king kid.
Pretty much how I felt, bro.
No shit.
So yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful end of the season here.
Another guy who felt like that, Mike White.
Bro,
Absolutely on fire.
pretty crazy. Talk about a debut.
Dude, so Mike White never had started, threw for over 400 yards and 3 TDs. Dude, I think the best part of this, did you see that that bet that guy made?
What's that? No, I
So
didn't see it.
Mike White, it was on his game check for the day was $50,000, right?
Okay.
Super low. There was a guy, and this guy is a fucking maniac. I don't know why or what possessed him to, but he dropped. I think it was either like $100. It was either $100 or $1,000. I don't remember. He dropped that much money on a bet for Mike White to have the most passing yards of any QB for the week.
That's fucking awesome.
He won 3 times Mike White's game check.
Oh,
he won
dope.
$150,000 while Mike White earned $50K.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
But like that just puts in perspective, like this was probably one of the best debuts of any quarterback ever.
Yeah, it was good. And here's the Jets put him in position to succeed. Like,
Yep.
and I'll explain why. Like, 80% of this guy's passes only went like 4 yards. So it was. You want to call it dink and dunk? He put it up 400 yards, but yeah, I think it was like 4 yards on 80% of his passes. So it was like not super complicated, but going 37 to 45.
That's what you got to do.
You set the most completions in the player's first start, and you joining only Cam Newton to throw for more than 400 yards in their first start. Classic letdown game from the Bengals. They beat the Ravens the week prior. You have, I think, the Browns coming up, totally overlooking the Jets, and they had the lead 31-20 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
I think teams with a double-digit lead with 5 minutes to go were 59-0.
Yeah, something like that.
Super.
It's I don't know the exact stat, but super high percentage.
Yeah, not done.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So Mike White is starting next week against the Colts because Zach Wilson's still out.
Yeah, he's out about a month.
He's slated, I think, to come back for the Bills game, if I remember correctly, or has it been pushed?
I don't know. All I heard was a month.
Okay.
So, and that may be shorter, longer. Depends how he heals, I guess, or whatever, right?
Okay, but either way, Mike White's for sure playing the Colts. What if he wins at the Colts? And let's just say that say Zach Wilson comes back in time for the Bills. So Mike White wins against the Bengals, who are legit. The Colts, who are underperforming, like we were talking last week, they're a good team. They've just had a bad go of it this season. So Mike White beats the Bengals. What if he beats the Colts, and then Zach Wilson comes back, gets fucking demolished by the Bills, and then loses to the Dolphins? Make a real case for Mike White to be put back in as starter.
This is Zach Wilson's team. There's not even an argument here.
If Zach Wilson comes back and gets fucking shit stomped and demolished, dude, I genuinely think that like Jets fans have dealt with like, you think you've dealt with shit? Jets fans have dealt with so much more shit that I could see for sure Jets fans screaming for Mike White to come in.
Yeah, but Jets fans don't run the team though. So
just saying, it could be a little quarterback controversy coming up.
I don't think so. And regardless, say even if White finishes the season, this is still going to be Zach Wilson's team. I don't think there's any shame if Mike White is playing that good. You'd leave him in. Like many players have lost their job to injury. This is the NFL, so that's the way this shit works. If you lose your job to injury and the next guy steps up and performs, well, bro,
is what it
that's
is.
how it is.
That's
you got to take a seat.
Dude.
So if that's how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be. Cincinnati was favored by 11.5. So the loss was the second biggest loss in the last 40 years.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's
big,
fucked.
Huge upset. The locker room, hella lit. You guys saw Mike White get the game ball after.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So they scored more points, 34. It was 34-31, than they did their first 15 quarters of the season. He threw for 22 first downs, the most by any Jet since 1999.
That's so wild.
So, yeah, he balled out. Congratulations to him. And like I said, it was smart football. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's tomorrow night with the Colts, right? It's the Thursday night game. Right? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
So see how he does next game. Yeah, but yeah, for sure, he's having the best week ever.
It's funny because if you look at the Jets, like who they've played, they've only beaten
They beat the Titans and these guys,
the
right?
Bengals, the two best teams that they've played. They've beaten.
Titans didn't have both the receivers.
Oh, that's true, but still.
But no, yeah, I'm not taking it away from him. Yo, like this just tells you, like, it's hard in the NFL to win.
Big
man.
time, bro.
It's on any given Sunday. That's why they say that shit. Like, you could get your ass handed to you. So
this is that's part of like that exact thing you just said. That exact statement. When people talk about like Alabama could beat the Texans or Alabama could beat the Jets. No, they couldn't.
No,
they would
that's not
get
happening.
shit stomped. Like NFL teams are so fucking good at what they do. Even the worst teams would absolutely roll any college program.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No.
But yeah, talk about shit show. The Browns game was a shit show for Cleveland.
Yeah, dude. I touched on it last week, and I genuinely think that like Baker is in real trouble for losing his job. Like, he's a serviceable QB at best. I think he's a Kirk Cousins ceiling, and to be honest with you, I think Kirk has a better arm and makes smarter decisions, which is saying a lot. And if Cleveland continues to slide the way they are, I think they keep him on for next season. I think they franchise tag him and they play it out. But if they slide this season and they're able to get a decent draft pick, there's a real case for drafting a QB.
Oh yeah, I got no defense of. Now here's the thing. As I say, I have no defense. I'm going to defend him for a little bit here.
Yeah, go for
Just
it.
for it. Torn labrum, and he's dislocated the shoulder 4 times already this year. Should not have been playing this game. Should have rolled with Case Keenum. That's who they rolled with last week and won. He should just not be playing. I know this is when I don't want to say ego, but this is like, him trying to tough it out, and you're clearly doing disservice to your team.
And your career potentially.
Yeah, and here's like, I don't know if you saw that huge hit at the end of the game there out of bounds.
Yep. So
you're avoiding taking a hit on your bad shoulder, so you're just going to land on your throwing shoulder now? Like, this is not going to end up good here.
Mm-hmm.
For you to only put up 10 points, and like I want to give credit to Pittsburgh. I don't want to make it all on like Cleveland just threw it away, but they held the Browns to 3 of 10 on third downs.
Mm-hmm.
Running game, only 96 yards on 23 carries.
Which for Cleveland is absolutely terrible.
For sure. You had that play where, did you see the fake field goal from Boswell?
No, I missed that.
So Pittsburgh runs a fake field goal. Boswell's got the ball.
Oh yeah, I did.
He's got nowhere to go and gets lit the fuck.
Yeah, I saw that.
Up, okay, right? So he's out concussion.
So funny.
Here's a small thing though. They don't carry another kicker. He hits 93% of his kicks. Like, this guy's so important to the team, and you're going to let him do this, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're sitting there thinking, okay, well, the punter can probably do a 20-yarder. Have you seen their punter? First of all, this guy is a fucking tank. Guy's like 270.
He's a big
I've never
boy.
seen a fucking punter like this,
He's a big
bro.
boy, man.
Like, but apparently he cannot kick. Now, I didn't know this, so it's like, this is going to be real. Obviously, never played football, watched a lot of it. I would think, okay, a lot of this kicking going on in practice. The punter's probably banging out with a few field goals. It doesn't work like that.
Totally different.
Some couple guys can, but so they asked Roethlisberger about this, because later on in the game they end up going for the touchdown, not a field goal, because Buddy's not there, right?
Field goal.
Roethlisberger said he's the backup holder, and since I think it's Presley Harvin's the punter's name.
Okay.
Since he's never kicked field goals, the team was worried that they were gonna fucking kick Ben's fingers. So they're like, we're not even gonna do this, bro. So, I know I'm always hard on Ben Roethlisberger,
So
rightfully
funny.
so, but he played good, and like, you want to talk about owning Cleveland? He's 24-3-1 in starts against the Browns, including 12-2-1 in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Like, talk about owning a fucking team.
Oh, big time.
So, Steelers are the only team with a winning record and negative net points.
Yeah.
So
They're worse than their record shows, but their defense is stacked. Like, Mike Tomlin is always going to have that defense buttoned up. You see all these like USC rumors from Mike Tomlin.
Oh,
all
he
this
shut
stuff.
that down.
Oh,
He was
big
so
time.
pissed.
As he should, man. Mike
He's like,
Tomlin.
does Andy Reid get asked these questions?
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, exactly, bro.
Mike Tomlin is one of the elite coaches in the NFL, and he's not looked at that way because we glorify offensive coaches, but he is one of the best coaches in the NFL. He doesn't get enough credit.
Pittsburgh's only had 3 coaches in the last like 50 something years.
There's
You
a
know what I
reason.
mean? Like the definition of consistency.
100%. There's a couple big moves that happened. Rams picked up Von Miller. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, you know how it's like sometimes it feels like teams aren't playing fair. Like, it's like, how do the Bucks have all this money to bring everyone back? It's like they fuck with a different bank, like the Kansas City Chiefs.
100%.
How you guys using different money? And like, so the Rams are like, how many draft picks you got left to give away, bro? Like,
Dude, they just keep pulling them out of their ass. It's crazy.
I think they only have like 4 picks next year.
Dude, they
don't give
no
a fuck though.
picks for
And
the last 5 years.
low key, I love that. Like,
So do I, dude. I'm saying
as a fan base, you got to be like I think Leonard Floyd said today, we're 7-1, and when the organization is still doing these kind of moves, it makes you as a player just want to play.
But you see the videos of them running up and down the hallways. We got Von Miller.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
no.
Like, but I even said it earlier. Like, be fucking aggressive. The Rams are obviously recently moved to LA, the new stadium. You're 7-1. Fuck, go all in. 100% go all in.
And like, let's not get it twisted. This doesn't work out. Sean McVay's like, peace. I'm out of here. Somebody else's problem. That's how it's gonna go. This is how NFL teams do it. I'm not like this. I promise you, this is how it goes.
I don't think
as soon
so.
as they get bad and got nothing left in the cupboard, bro.
I don't think so.
Later, I'm off to whatever prestigious jobs out there.
Because
That's how
I think
see
Sean
this
McVay has had such a. He was obviously crucial in bringing Matt Stafford in. I think a lot of this is Sean McVay making calls on personnel, so I don't think he can leave.
For all you thinking about that trade, the Goff Stafford.
Yeah.
Stafford already has as much touchdown passes as Goff did last year. We're in week 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kind of worked out well for them.
But also talking about going aggressive and staying in that same division, Arizona picked up Zach Ertz.
Yeah, Kyler's hurt though. I remember saying last week, like, yo, I'm kind of worried about Kyler getting hurt, sprained ankle.
Really?
So I heard 1 to 3 weeks. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard. I know he's hurt though.
Okay, yo, Aaron Rodgers is out right now. The Bucs have been a little bit iffy. Like, don't.
Yo, the Bucs
rush.
lost against the Saints there. Did you see that?
Yeah,
game?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't rush back Kyler. Like, obviously you want the 1 seed, but it's not worth rushing Kyler back to get it, to potentially get it. Like, let Kyler heal. You'll still make the playoffs. Go in as a wild card seed. It is what it is. Don't rush fucking Kyler back. Because you have a really good chance to win the Super Bowl this year.
I don't think it's that serious. So
I hope not. I fucking love Kyler.
But yeah, I did see that that he is injured though for sure.
Speaking of injuries, Derrick Henry is done for the season.
Now we're gonna actually see how good Ryan Tannehill is, I guess.
It's brutal because like this was the season that Derrick Henry was having. This was his chance to really stamp his name in the record books as one of the greatest running backs of all time. And just like, because there's arguments for certain guys, but when you look at guys from 50 years ago, you're only talking about numbers. You're talking about yards per season. What are their top yards per season? How many Super Bowls do they have? And this was Derrick Henry's chance to really like put his mark in the record books.
For sure.
And it fucking got swept out from underneath him. And it sucks so fucking much, man.
He's only missed 1 game in his career.
It's crazy.
But like, here's the thing: you think they overused him much?
Yeah, dude.
He's had 28 carries in 6 out of 8 games. His 219 carries are 82 more than any other running back in the NFL.
It's ridiculous how much they use him.
And the most in by a running back through the team's first 8 games. So it's a Jones fracture, and it's roughly 8 weeks. Could be 6 weeks. But like, I'll tell you right now, I hate feet injuries for football players or basketball players. It's just does
100%.
never. It's not going to be right, bro.
Especially with a running back, you are driving with your feet, with your ankles, with your legs, every single play after play. And Derrick Henry isn't like a shifty back. He is a power back. And so like he needs to be able to plant and move and push. And so it just sucks.
Oh yeah, it's shitty. And now like Julio, obviously he's always injured. He's out. So like I said, we're gonna see how good Tannehill is now.
Yep. Couple of random things. What do you think about the whole OBJ drama? I think the video by his dad coming out was, dude. One, it made me realize like, holy shit, like Baker
OBJ's
missed him
good.
so many times.
OBJ's still prime.
Bro, Baker missed him so many times,
Oh,
throwing
yeah,
it into
it's
the
crazy.
back of defenders.
Unreal,
like,
bro. It's
bad, bro.
fucking like he's wide open. Like and like we played the Browns. Watched the game. OBJ torched us over and over again. Now I will say inexcusable drop this week by him.
Yeah,
and
it was bad.
Cleveland had 6 drops. Jarvis, that brutal drop on the end of the game there. But getting back to OBJ here. First of all, how's his dad so tech savvy? That's what I want to know.
No, OBJ just-
Senior, bro. You got mad computer skills, bro.
Nah,
you
bro.
got the highlight. You're highlighting the players and shit. Like, I know he ain't doing it,
Bro,
but
OBJ did it himself.
But, like-
and was like, Dad.
yeah,
post
real
this.
talk. So yeah, it's basically the plays for those that know from week 3 to 6. A lot of plays from the Vikings and the Bears game, and it's crazy how wide open he is. And we all know that they don't have chemistry. We seen it last year. After OBJ got injured, Baker was the second highest rated quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
His first season in Cleveland, 74 catches for just over 1,000 yards. Looked promising, 4 touchdowns. We had the torn ACL carried over this year. He's caught just 17 of 34 targets for 232 yards and no touchdowns. Only 1 reception for 6 yards this past Sunday. And yeah, we can just see it on the field. There is absolutely no chemistry here.
Yeah, they're not in sync whatsoever.
Now, today at practice, Kevin Stefanski comes out and says OBJ is not part of the team at this time. He showed up for practice. The team put him on the shoulder/non-injury related personal matter, and he was excused from practice. So he's under contract for 2 more years. No guaranteed money after this year.
Okay.
Now, everyone's thinking, yo, maybe
Move him. Trade deadline.
trade deadline.
Yeah, I thought he was gone.
But here's the thing. I think it was maybe Kevin Wiles was saying this. But they're not going to trade him to anyone in the AFC because it's going to come back to burn him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So obviously that meant there was nobody in the NFC. I thought maybe Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. I thought there might be something there, but obviously not. He loves his guys, right? And then it's like, okay, if you're not going to use him, release him. But they're not going to release him either because Baltimore or New England would pick him up. The 2 teams that fucking need a receiver, and that's in the AFC. It's going to come back to bite them. Now this is the thing that fucking you dream about being a football player, right? You never think about this. How you're gonna? I think they're just gonna bury him on the injury list for the rest of the year. This is how it's gonna play out. And like I said, you dream about being a football player. You never think about scenarios like this where you're gonna be buried on the injury list.
You dream about it and you bust your ass and you get wide open on almost every play, and they still it's just fucked.
So they asked Mayfield today about the video that was released. They asked him if he was hurt, and he's like, "Hurt? No. Surprised? Yes." He's like, "I want Odell to succeed." And obviously, there's no animosity. It's not like they don't like each other. It's nothing like that whatsoever. But like I said, it just doesn't add up on the field. Now, OBJ, I know, hasn't apologized on behalf of his dad.
Nope.
And it's just going to make for awkward. It already is super awkward, you know? They asked Baker if he would take the field with Beckham again. And he's like, I would take anything to have a winning team right now. I can put my ego and pride to the side and win because that's all I care about. So, saying the right things, OBJ, you're not going to see him on the Browns again this year.
Unfortunately.
So, but yeah, like that video, fuck, OBJ still got it, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, and I'm a huge OBJ fan.
Neither have I. I've talked a lot of shit about him.
You know,
but when there's clear evidence in front of you, you can't argue it.
No,
like he was open a lot.
He's 28 years old, so he'll land somewhere, but he's just had a rough go.
The thing though is that I kind of respect him for doing it because yo, I'm busting my ass. I'm getting open on these plays. I'm doing my fucking job. I'm not gonna let somebody else's inability to do their job fuck up my bag.
I never want my family member poking in my fucking business as a sports athlete. I already have it hard enough with fans and everyone judging me. I don't need my fucking family poking their nose in and making it harder for me. Family members, Shut the fuck up.
This was coordinated, bro.
You
LeBron tweeted him out saying OBJ, free
got,
him, wide receiver number 1. This wasn't like him randomly doing it, though.
No, I'm saying the dad needs to fucking stay out of the business.
No, I'm saying this was coordinated, I think, with OBJ and his dad.
Well, that's not proven, so we can't go there.
Dude, for sure. There's no way his dad would be able to release that and have it still step. Do you know a bunch of Browns players liked the video?
Yeah, I know OBJ's dad liked a bunch of the comments too, which is like, again, childish. It's like Pat Mahomes' brother being a little bitch ass too.
Nah,
I think family needs to stay out of it.
I like this, bro. When your bag's getting fucked up and it's not your fault.
But it's not his bag. He gets $8 million for sitting at home. His bag ain't getting fucked up.
Yeah, but this is gonna.
And he's off to the next contract.
But this thing is, even going into this, before that, I watched that video. Me and you had both said that OBJ isn't what he used to be. After watching that video, we're like, yo, he's fucking open. He still got it. So like, if that video didn't get released, the season would end. And people would still think OBJ's washed up. Now there's like real interest from teams. And I think he's protecting his future bag. And I think this is a coordinated plan with his pops to get him out of there. I like the move. I think most of the time I agree with you. Families getting involved is fuck off. But I like this. Specifically because players don't get a long time in the league. And when your bag's getting fucked up and it's not your fault, do what you got to do. Now, speaking of bags getting fucked up and it being someone's fault.
Henry Ruggs?
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't even want to make fun of it because it's just such a horrible situation.
This guy has a bye week and he goes out and fucking kills somebody.
Yeah, dude. It's the whole situation is just fuck, man. Like, he just threw away his entire career.
So he was only going 156 miles an hour.
Yeah, so
not that fast,
dude. It's fuck. Like, this is one of those times where you're a NFL athlete. Fucking Uber. What the fuck is even going through your head?
Like, already have car services.
What are you doing?
It's not. You don't even need to Uber. Every team
like, this is
coordinated with car services.
Beyond inexcusable that it's just like, dude, you're a fucking idiot, man. Like,
for sure.
It's just the whole situation.
You gotta
is
pay
sad.
now. That one mistake.
Ugh.
You're paying dearly for it.
As you should.
Let it be a lesson.
You killed
someone.
What I
mean? So yeah, like I said, going 156 miles an hour, 2 seconds before the crash. Killed a 23-year-old woman, killed a dog in the car too. It happened at like 3:40 a.m. local time in Vegas. The judge even said it was the highest speed he could recall in his career. At the actual time of impact, it was 127 miles an hour. Yeah. Blood alcohol was more than twice the legal limit. Found a loaded gun in the car. He appeared in court in a wheelchair and a neck brace. Now I think his bail was like 150,000. So under Nevada law, it's like he's gonna face the second most severe level of felony in the state. If he's convicted, the first charge carries a sentence from 2 to 20 years. Second charge carries from 1 to 6 years. So I know for a fact that there have been prior NFL players that have killed someone in drinking and driving. I'm almost positive. And they came back in the league.
Really?
Yes. So I think he has good lawyers. And I don't know what his priors are. If he has no priors. Could I see him being out of the league for a few years and coming back? Yeah, I can.
That's so fucked to me.
Obviously, we have to wait to see if jail and the whole thing is different. But I'm saying, if he's got a clean prior, if he has clean priors, you're an NFL player, you kind of get more leniency. We know this. You got good money to get the best lawyers to make the best deals. If you can avoid jail time, you will get civilly punished, obviously. NFL will probably suspend you for a really long time. But you being so young, if I had to guess right now, bro, we'll see him in the NFL again. The Raiders released him. They just have to, though, obviously. They released a statement saying, we love Henry Ruggs. We want him to know that. It's a terrible lapse in judgment of the most horrific kind. It is something he'll have to live with the rest of his life. The gravity of the situation is not lost on anyone here, and we understand and respect the loss of life. So, horrible all around.
Dude,
let this be a lesson. Fuck, like
the Oakland Raiders have had the worst off-season off the field season I have ever seen ever. The whole John Gruden thing, it's just been a fucking shit show. And yet
Gruden's
they're
probably like, fucking thank God the heat's off me now.
dude, and yet they're 5-2. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, dude, like it's
and Ruggs was having his best year. He struggled coming in the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
and he finally got it this year. Fuck.
I don't know, man. This is like
OBJ on the Raiders would be dope, bro.
It would be.
Fuck.
this is just one of those situations where like it's completely in fucking excusable at his part. There's zero reason.
For sure.
And it sucks because you're right, but he probably will be back in the NFL. The more I think about it, he shouldn't be. He should be in jail. He fucking killed someone, and it's completely his fault. But it's just the way it works.
The law is the law, buddy.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I got a huge fucking story, actually.
Okay, break it down. I was gonna say I don't really want to end on that, but I don't got much else.
I got a huge story. It's actually like pretty fucking huge, bro.
Okay, break it down.
Last week I teased about Alec Baldwin being in a gang and all this shit,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Which is 100% true.
Bro, shout out my boy.
Allegedly.
I went for him as Halloween, bro. Shout out my guy.
Yeah, that's right. So we got to throw in allegedly. So, but this is actually real talk. World famous gangster gets gunned down in New York this weekend.
Okay.
And you might even say infamous. Alpo Martinez. Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh, come on, man. Get familiar.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Square
I'm not up on my
ass.
street
Yeah,
knowledge.
square ass white boy. No,
Yeah, sorry,
But anyways,
You're a Midwest Vikings fan. Suck
this
my
guy,
dick.
you want to say one of the most legendary gangsters in the world? For sure.
Okay.
Came up. So he came up in the 80s. Now his story is so crazy. Like, he reached the highest of highs and also the lowest of lows, obviously coming with his death this past weekend. There was a movie based loosely on him, paid in full. Cameron played his character in the movie.
Okay.
There's many documentaries on him. I actually rewatched one for this story on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
This guy ends up being a rat in the end, and I'll get there. We'll go through the story.
I feel like that's always how it ends, man.
It's sad. It's like
Always.
a lot of these guys, like, so before him, do you know who Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas is?
I've heard those names.
So Frank Lucas, Denzel did a movie, American Gangster.
Okay.
Played Frank Lucas.
Yep.
So I believe Lucas and Barnes both snitched, right? So anyways, these guys ran New York before Alpo, right? So this is the transition. These guys, old guys, are in jail. These guys were running like the heroin in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Alpo, these guys. So it's Alpo and then his crew, best friend, brother, Rich Porter, like not actual brother, but like, you know, brother. And AZ, this other cat AZ. Three of them ended up like running New York for a while in the 80s, early 90s. So Harlem guys, just for people that don't know, usually known as the most flashy flies guys in New York out of any of the boroughs. The Harlem dudes are the ones with the fashion, the jewelry. They're known for that shit, right? And these guys did it to the highest degree.
Almost just flaunting it.
Oh,
Like just a big fuck you to every like single law enforcement person.
it was beyond flaunting, bro. And this was like almost a golden era of drug dealing.
Really?
Because you could just throw this. This is when I tell you blocks long lineup for the drugs, bro.
Really?
This is this era, 70s, 80s. Yes. Alpo even talks about it in the doc. He's like, we had to tell people to go on the other side of the fucking street. Because it was just mad crazy.
Yeah.
And you see it in the doc, in the video. Like, you see this
What's
shit,
the
right?
doc called? I gotta watch it.
It's the Alpo and Rich Porter doc that I
Okay.
watch. And there's one on Alpo too. So, and here's the thing, okay, as a youth, Alpo was just super innocent. Like, he's half Puerto Rican, half black, right?
Okay.
This guy would go away to camp, staying with a white family. And the white family's in the doc too. It's just sweet people, right? Just had no idea.
Yeah.
You know? And they even said, yo, even to that young age, everyone loved Alpo. Charisma out the ass. All the kids gravitated towards him. And like, as he
have
got
to be to
older,
make it.
like he started out 13. Like, this guy started out young.
Young.
And then, like, when I tell you, bro, he had, like, you know these rapper chains now?
Yep.
His shit would just make these guys look stupid, bro. Like, this shit was the most gaudiest. Bro.
Ridiculous.
back then there was no athletes and rappers. Everyone looked up to the gangsters.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't do drugs. He wouldn't smoke or drink. He was addicted to the cash, bro.
Okay.
That was his mindset.
So he just
all
chased.
about the dough, right? People in the doc say, you know how Jordan had it?
Yeah.
Alpo had it for the streets.
Okay.
Like that. He was
You
just
have
like
to.
that guy, right?
I find like, sorry to
No, go ahead. Yeah,
like any like gangster or like even just like, I don't want, this is a terrible example, but like Hitler, Napoleon Bonaparte, all those guys like Genghis Khan, all apparently had crazy charisma. Like people loved them. Obviously it took it down some dark roads, but like you almost have to have that to get that much power.
Yeah,
you have
do.
to be loved
For sure.
and be able to inspire people, right?
Definitely. If you're gonna run an empire on this epic proportion, bro,
Have people die for you, do
have
illegal
to-
shit for
you have to. You have to. It's even no different than like a cult leader too.
Exactly.
It's the same kind of
100%.
shit, bro. Right? You know. But so Alpo started super young, 13. Like he was even going back to the camp, all drooled
Done
out, right?
That's
As a
hilarious.
kid, right?
Chilling with all the white kids.
And yeah, and even like the parents like looking after him, like, you know, you better be careful, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
right? You know. He later became more violent as he got older. He hooked up with different crews. A guy named Randy, I don't remember his last name, but anyways, as he gets older, he gets more violent. And honestly, when you get to that level, the violence just comes with it because you have to be violent.
Yeah. Just
If
to
you
stay where you're at.
Other crews are running over you, and you're going to be out of the game in no time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, these guys were hooked up with the Colombians. They were selling like $50 rocks for $10. Just getting all the
Undercutting.
business, bro,
Yeah.
you know? Again, this is why I was telling you with the lineups blocks long.
Yeah.
You know, if you're getting a $50 rock for $10, best believe
Yeah,
that's
you
just
lining
gonna
up
be
for
lining
sure.
up, you know? And like, let me tell you, bro, like when you watch videos of those back in the day in the projects, like all the park benches,
Yeah.
everyone's just passed out, bro. It's
Everyone's
fucking
fucked.
eerie. It's like sad, eerie. It's crazy, bro. Heroin, like I said, heroin just killed them. And then when the crack came, it was even worse, you know? So they end up selling a few bricks out of the day. They had a spot called the Jukebox. Everyone's like notorious. One of the guys, AZ, he gets shot in 1987.
Okay. That's like one of those three, right?
One of the three, yeah. He gets shot in 87. He falls back immediately. And he's like, yo. So, sorry, when he gets shot, mad people from the hood find out. They all go to the hospital. Cops are like, what the fuck is, like, this guy's like a movie star?
That's just a train.
Why the fuck are
coming
all
in
these people
of
here,
dudes
right?
just sagging with big chains.
Like, so heat is on. He's like, yo, these guys are on us, blah, blah, blah. Super paranoid, obviously, after getting shot. So he falls back a bit. AZ and Rich Porter kind of lead from there. And, like, these guys, I'm talking, like, 20 cars each. We're talking millionaires at 20 years old.
Yeah.
Just throwing money around. They would buy cars and get jewelry to match each car.
That's ridiculous.
Like I would shoes to my clothes.
Yeah.
They match
To
the
their
cars and jewelry.
That's
Bro.
sick.
We're talking garbage bags full of cash. There's a story of Alpo picking up bricks, shoving them in his pants, and doing like 20 block wheelies. The brick falling out, coke everywhere.
Yeah.
Him trying to scoop it back up.
That's hilarious.
At this time, there was like Dapper Dan.
Yep.
So Dapper Dan, for those that don't know, legendary designer in New York. And what he would do back in the day, he would get like the Gucci or the Louis fabric and make his own shit, bootleg shit.
Yeah.
Everyone, Mike Tyson was shopping there. Like everybody was shopping there. This
Yeah.
guy's making full length Louis Vuitton shit, right? Later on, the stores obviously cease and desist.
Yeah.
And all these years later, actually, Dapper Dan works with Gucci now.
That's
crazy.
sick.
Long story, yeah. But yeah, anyways. So there's like, you got to see the pictures of these guys online with their shit on. They're fucking fly as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. That shit would hold up till today, right? You had DJs, like professional DJs, making these guys their own mixtapes.
Yeah.
These guys paying them thousands, and they're just like, it's like DJ
guys-
Khaled making me my own mixtape.
These guys are just kings of New York.
You know what I'm saying? and just from selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
mean
mean?
just from
The
something?
golden,
Yeah, that's how it
This
goes.
is why it's the golden era, though. This is how they were revered. You know what I mean? They would have cookouts for the whole block. There's a story where they bought all the Alpos, like 4th of July, went to the mafia, bought all the fireworks from them, lit that shit off in the basketball court. Basketball court catches on fire. Just fucking crazy though, right? You know, like
Just hooligan shit.
yeah, just awesome, right? Now this is where it kind of starts to get a bit murky. So Alpo starts moving shit in Washington D.C., right?
Yeah.
He starts moving shit in D.C. There's a dude there, Rayful Edmonds. He's another street cat. Now, legend has it, there's guys that say he was worth $300 million, and this is in the 80s.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, unbelievable. You know what I mean? He's obviously locked up doing crazy time. So, Rayful goes to jail, Alpo takes over. And, like, this is where the charisma comes. Like, he went to D.C. initially because his girl was from there. So much heat in New York. The girl's like, come stay with me in D.C. Rayful goes to jail. He ends up setting up shop. And being just the guy, like, everyone's just drawn to him, just starts moving mad fucking weight. And then we get Rich Porter, his little brother, 12-year-old brother, gets kidnapped, held for ransom.
Jesus. Okay.
Right? They want $500K. They fucking chop off the little brother's finger.
How old is he?
12.
Holy shit.
Chop off the finger. So as this is going on, Rich Porter's obviously freaking out. Alpo's girlfriend in D.C. was talking to her mother, and I guess it was in the paper that it was Rich Porter ends up dead. Super mysterious. They're like, what the fuck, right? And like, obviously back then, no fucking internet or whatever. So
No,
it's
you
just
can't
like,
just dial up.
grab
a
a paper or a telephone call, right?
Yeah.
So they tell Alpo this. Alpo's like, yo, grab the paper that you read it in, you know? Meet me wherever. I can't remember where they met. So Alpo's like reading the paper, and the girlfriend and the mom are talking at this point. And like, Alpo's like drops his head and like super sad and shocked, and he's like putting one over on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their suspicions that it's fucking Alpo, right? Shit just ain't adding up. Alpo meets up with AZ, the guy who fell back all the years earlier, and he's like, yo, this is AZ saying it in the doc. He's like, yo, why does everyone think I did it? Right? And Rich Porter's sister came out even after saying that Alpo wouldn't even look her in the eye after Rich Porter died. And she kind of knew something was like not right.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like, it's just ain't adding up. And then he goes on to say to AZ, Alpo does, he's like, yo, if I give Rich Porter's family $50K each, will they stop with this bullshit? And it's like, why would you even
Suggest giving them money, yeah.
if it wasn't you that did it, right?
Yeah,
You
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying? So AZ's like, I knew right then he did it. Now, Alpo would go on later to say that it was business, not personal. He goes on to say it in the doc. He said that Rich Porter was lying to him about something so tiny, but if Rich were to lie to him about that, he could sell him out down the road later on. This
Yeah,
is what
else is he going to
Alpo's-
lie about?
Yeah, this is what Alpo's thinking. Alpo said he gave Rich the opportunity to confess twice. Never did. And it's like something about, I think, where he got the coke or the coke price. Something pretty minor.
Something small.
You know. And here's the thing, like, fuck you. It just goes to show you. And like these guys, to hear, like, I don't do it justice. Like to hear about these guys, they're connected at the hip. These guys were like bros. And like you were to think like guys I grew up with and did shit with, like I could never do that. You know, especially
you come
like,
up with somebody like that, like
you know what I
from
mean?
top to bottom, like you've been there right through the whole thing.
So, Alpo later on ends up getting capped. He gets shot. He said that it was a setup. He's seen guys coming towards him. He tries to book it out of there. Catches one in the ribs. Right, goes to the hospital, and kind of after that he kind of like becomes super paranoid. He hooks up with this guy Wayne Perry, and when I tell you this guy Wayne Perry is the killer of killers, okay, this guy's just known.
Really?
You don't fuck with this guy, right? So Alpo and Wayne Perry now hooked up. Alpo got the cash. Wayne Perry's got the muscle.
Yeah.
No one's fucking with these dudes, right? They're running shit. If you owe Alpo money, Wayne Perry's coming. And
You don't want that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Alpo goes on. He starts committing a few murders himself, right? Like I said, in this kind of, when you're doing this kind of money, and it comes with the territory, right?
It is a wild fucking story.
So he starts murking people. Cops eventually get on him. They arrest 350 people. Sees 19,000 pounds of coke, which approximately is like 270 million back then.
Jesus Christ.
Right? Light work. So they're like, yo, Alpo, we're giving you the death penalty. So what do you think happens there?
Yeah.
Starts singing like a motherfucker, right? And even like Alpo's lawyer in the docs, like, I can't even believe the shit I'm reading. He's like, the money, the murders, like
just everything
I
that's
can't
going
believe
down.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a lawyer.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, this guy's seen it all, right?
Yeah. Not on
Now,
that.
the lawyer tells Alpo, if you have the opportunity, you better think about talking.
Yeah.
Plants the seed in Alpo's head. Now, allegedly, Wayne Perry, they end up getting him too. They get him on a different charge, but he knows something up because he doesn't get released. Something unrelated to all these murders he gets picked up for, but they don't release him. So he's like, what the fuck, right? Has some sneaky suspicions. Alpo obviously fucking flips, starts talking. And he probably knew he was going to rat as soon as he got locked up, bro.
Probably.
You know? I think these guys know. They're not built for that shit, right? Even though this guy, so eventually he had to cop out. 14 murders this guy did. So it's not like he was no joke. But like, I think he knew.
But he knows he's getting killed in prison.
Yeah.
You're either getting the death penalty or you're getting killed behind bars. So, like, either way, you're dying, so you're going to rat.
So, I don't know. It's like almost like you're either dead or in jail, right? We know how this shit ends,
There's
right?
only
You know
two
what I'm
ways it
saying?
ends, and neither of them are good.
So, he cops out to 14 murders, rats for a lesser sentence, right?
Yeah.
Gets sentenced to 35 years. He's in Supermax in Colorado, where just the worst of the worst go to that jail, right?
Yeah.
Gets released in 2015. Okay? Back on the streets. Now, he's like back on the streets making these docs, you know, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Kind of being super reckless, talking about like how he killed how he killed Rich Porter. And it's like, you know, sooner or later someone's getting
You
to
can't
this
play
guy.
like
They're
that,
not
man.
letting that shit slide. Like, Rich Porter was loved in New York, right? Street dudes ain't real street guys ain't gonna let that.
Did
right?
Alpo go back to New York? And he's saying all this shit?
I'm getting there right now. So after he releases, he has to be a witness protection. He's supposed
Of course,
to be a witness protection
100%.
program, right?
You think he would be
So-
for the rest of his life?
His last known address was in Maine. Now, when so that night on Halloween night when this happened, he was in a Dodge Ram, right? He had identification on him with the name Abraham Rodriguez. There was paper plates on the truck from Texas.
Yep.
Right? Now, people are like, did he leave the witness protection early? Like, they don't know if he's like, fuck this, I'm bouncing.
Yeah.
Did he come to New York for just a visit, right?
Yeah, or what happened?
And like I said, he was visible in Harlem before this shit, right? Now, I think, obviously, it's this guy's fucking ego. He just has to be in the
You have
limelight.
to, yeah.
He can't stay away.
But
this is his downfall.
When you're literally the king of New York and you're running around like the way you were saying he was,
Oh, King of New York for sure.
there's no way you can go to just living some quiet life where nobody knows you. It just won't happen.
So allegedly, they're saying that on this Halloween night, he was so ballsy that he was at a Halloween party with a Jason mask on the whole night, right? And I guess after, goes out into the truck after the club.
Yeah.
People see him in the club or whatever.
Yeah.
Go get their shit, and they drive by. Boom, boom, boom. He got hit, I think, 5 times. So he gets hit. Tries to drive away. The cops notice bags of heroin every few feet. He was tossing them because he knows cops are coming.
Yeah.
He's tossing him out the window. Ends up dying. Obviously, crashes in the car because he just dies. Right.
Yeah. How old was he at this point?
I think right now he's like 55, 52 maybe.
Okay.
Right. And like it's actually funny because in the movie Paid in Full, there's a line in there that says, "Ninjas get shot every day, B," and it's like a very well-known line that gets used over and over still to this day.
Yeah.
And it's like how fitting.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the way you're gonna go out.
Now, this is the fucked up part.
There's a lot of fucked up parts already.
Yeah, for sure. But okay, we know snitches today, Tekashi.
Yeah.
Safe to say, most people can't stand that guy, right?
Yep.
Because of what he did, right? But it's fuck with Alpo. You have so many people that still love the guy, bro. It's crazy. I've never seen so much love for a fucking rat, bro. It's crazy.
30 years is a long time, man. Like, so people
but
people are nostalgic, right? Like, I'm sure everybody on that block, like when he went away and all the good he did for the community, obviously he did a lot of fuck shit, killed a lot of people, ran drugs, whatever. But you're saying he's having cookouts for the community, he's helping out, he's doing his part. Like, people are going to look back, like 30 years when he went into prison, 30 years later, you're just going to look back with rosy colored glasses. I can see it.
Maybe. I would never stand for that shit. And obviously there's other people that wouldn't either. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing, too. You see people celebrating, like people online. You have Mano. So Mano's a rapper from New York. His bro allegedly killed by Alpo. And so Mano sends a picture of his bro on IG, says smiling down, happy Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
Rich Porter's family in the hood drinking champagne. And rightfully so.
As you do.
You know what I'm saying? So, but man, like when I tell you this guy's world famous, bro, like I don't do it justice, man. It's fucking, like I said, this was the golden era of drug dealing. And the highest of highs and the lowest of lows,
yeah,
man.
that's some wild shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't even imagine what it'd be like being in the city during that time. Like, that's crazy.
Even watching it, you're just like, I still kind of imagine.
Even being like low level, running with that gang and just being a part of that, like that'd be crazy.
For sure. But like, yeah, man. So yeah, infamous for sure. That's the end of Alpo.
Big time. That's a fucking wild story, dude.
Yeah.
Let's end it on that. All right, everybody. Whatever platform you're on, give us a like, follow, subscribe. Highly Unlikely Pod on absolutely everything. So there you go. We'll see you fuckers next week.
Peace.